Hi everyone, Josh here from the Income Replacement Project, and in today's video I want to talk about preparing for Q4 as an Amazon online arbitrage and retail arbitrage seller. Now I myself have I've been selling on Amazon for about 6 years now, so I've seen 6 full fourth quarters throughout the Christmas period, and developed not really a hard and fast system or any rules or anything, but some like general guidelines that I tend to follow myself that help me to maximize my potential for profit during Q4. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. We're going to be going into it in detail, talking about how you as Amazon sellers can make the best of Q4 as we move into it on October 1st. Okay, so what is Q4 and why should I care? People will often ask me that question when I'm talking about Q4, as if everyone should know what it is, but if you're not like familiar with business, if you're new to the business world, Q4 is one of those phrases, words and phrases that we chuck about that most other people don't really know what we're talking about. So Q4 is the fourth quarter of the year. So the first quarter consists of January, February, March. Then you've got the next quarter, April, May, June, so on and so forth. So October, November, and December are Q4. And as you might imagine, that time of year with Christmas approaching in December is a great time for retail. So as you saw, I just accidentally knocked this on. you can make in 3 months what you made in the 9 months before that, which is absolutely insane. You think about the power of that, and if you're actively intentional about preparing for it, you can maximize your opportunity here. So when do things really kick off? Now we talk about Q4 as if like 1st of October hits and sales go nuts. That's not the case, unfortunately. What I notice is that we've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday toward the end of November. So it's really the last 6 weeks where all the action happens. But as soon as Black Friday happens, it tends to switch people into Christmas mode. Everything is about Christmas because their attentions are then sort of brought to it with all of the deals and things that are coming out, because that's what Black Friday is for. Like the biggest and best deals that you'll find online all year round. Cyber Monday, once again, same kind of thing. It's also a great opportunity, which I haven't talked about in the slides, but I'll talk about it now. For Cyber Monday and Black Friday are a great time to be buying deals, stuff to flip, to sell back on Amazon for a profit. So watch out for those deals around those. I normally set aside the entirety of Black Friday and the entirety of Cyber Monday to just source. Sourcing is all I'm doing, online, offline, whatever. I'm looking for the very best deals. I'm getting ahead of time info on the offers and deals that are going to be arranged, so that I can make sure I'm in the right place at the right time. Because literally, websites will have a queue. You'll be you'll never have to have queued for a website before until you hit Black Friday and you get a popular deal. When you have to queue, you know it's a good deal. Anyway, what can I do to capitalize on this? These are the questions that you guys are going to be asking yourselves right now. So we're going to answer that in this video. So in short, what you want to do is invest in more stock. Now, depending upon how long you've been selling on Amazon and how what sort of mindset you have and how adverse to risk you are will depend on what you do so far. So this is similar to what my living room will be looking like after one day of sourcing, preparing for Q4. But basically, you want to have more inventory than you would normally have. So if you tend to be a little bit more cautious on your inventory, be less cautious, because stuff that doesn't sell all year round sells at Christmas. And that's not, again, a hard and fast rule. If something doesn't have a sales rank, it doesn't mean it's all of a sudden going to gain a sales rank in Q4 and start selling, because that's not necessarily the case. But if the sales rate's a little higher, it will come down. All you got to do is head over to Camel, look at a product, look at the product's, Keeper, even Keeper.com, look at the sales rank history, and look at how it drops down in November and December. In November and December particularly. So that would be a good exercise to do. Head over to Keeper.com, have a look through some products. If there's something that you're thinking about buying but you're not really sure, look at Keeper. If the sales rank drops dramatically during that time of year, you'll know it's something that's worth buying, because what that's going to be telling you is that if the sales rank drops, that means more people are purchasing it, which means there's more opportunity to sell it, which is what we want to do. So be less cautious with your stock. Still be cautious, you still need to be smart, but You need to be able to, you've got to speculate to accumulate is what I'm saying. You've got to be able to invest in some stock more so than you would have around the rest of the year. Now I understand if this is sort of maybe mainly a hobby business for some of you, or something that you're just getting started with and you're still not too sure, you still haven't got hold of the ropes quite enough just yet. I understand that. But this is your opportunity to make a lot of money in a very short space of time. So you need to, fast track your learning. Find someone who can help you, ride this path to make the most of the opportunity. So here's what you can do to maximize your opportunity for profit this Q4. These are sort of the things that I'm doing during this period to make sure that I can make more money. So you need to watch your cash flow. Cash flow is very important. It's easy to, this might sound like I'm contradicting what I just said, but it all fits together if you understand what I'm saying. So cash flow, for those of you that are not familiar with the term, is the flow of money coming into your business, the consistent flow. So when money goes out, money must be coming back in. So what you need to do is be focusing on stuff that's going to sell. We're going to talk about that more in just a moment. But you need, whilst you're investing in stock, you still need that money coming back in. You need to recycle, reinvest, put that money back in. So cash flow is the flow of money through your business. So money goes out, money comes back in. Money goes out, comes back in. Out, in. And it would be preferential if you could have more money coming in, but obviously you have to be able to invest more to get more in. It's just how it works. So cash flow is important. Make sure that you've got money coming in as well as money going out. So if you've not already done this, these are some things you need to be doing right now. Signing up for every email newsletter of all your favourite online and offline sourcing haunts. That way you're going to make sure you'll be the first to know about deals, offers, things like that, the Black Friday deals and things like that that are going to be coming out. Make sure you sign up for them. You've got to be okay with having some spam, and make sure you study your spam, because spam makes money. Spam makes money. This kind of spam makes you money anyway. The same thing for Facebook pages. Go and like every Facebook page for your online haunts and stuff like that. Whatever means of contact your favourite sourcing haunts are giving, if they're online and retail shops, sign up for it. Even if they're posting shit through your door, you want that stuff because it tells you about all of the upcoming deals and offers and stuff like that, because we want to be able to make the most of those. You also want to sign up for the Hot UK Deals email newsletter. That way you're going to get a digest of all the daily deals that are coming through, all the best and hottest deals that are being shared on the deal site. Hot UK Deals is just one of them, so there might be some others that you use, and that's great. Just get in with those. I'd also say the Facebook groups, the deal sharing Facebook groups and stuff like that, they're great for people who are trying to share deals for getting Christmas gifts and stuff like that, but we can use them as an opportunity to find stuff that we can source to sell for a profit. Also, you want to join your local Facebook selling groups. What I see around this time of year, or around Q4, and as people start to prepare for Christmas, is that a lot of parents will be selling off a lot of their children's old toys, their old board games, their old video games, consoles and stuff like that, in preparation for all the new toys. They're going to make way for all the new toys and gifts they're going to be getting. So it's a great opportunity to be buying some great stuff. Specifically, if you're not up to scratch on video games, I suggest you do a bit of research. If you're in my course, Arbitrage Insiders, and you'll be able to go into the bonus section where you'll find all the videos on the best types of stuff to buy as far as video games, consoles, board games, and all that sort of stuff is concerned. If not, do your research and see what you can find, and sort of clue yourself up on what sorts of stuff you need to be looking out for. So join your Facebook selling groups, like all the local ones. So I'm in all of my buying and selling in and around their town, city, whatever. So get in those, and make sure those things appear on your newsfeed. You can put in the group settings that you want to see their updates first. Yes, your Facebook newsfeed is going to be inundated with crap people are selling, but it's better than being inundated with what your friends and family are eating for dinner, or whatever else people use Facebook for these days. You want to sign up for every free loyalty program that you can find, places that you source from. Anyway, so things like Tesco Club Card. Literally, it took me 2 years for it to even dawn on me. I'm buying all this stuff from Tesco's. I could be putting it all on a club card, using a club card to get club card points and get vouchers. I now get vouchers, 30, 40, 50 pounds worth of vouchers every quarter, sometimes every month, with the spend that I'm doing at Tesco's. Things like just getting your fuel from Tesco's, putting that on a club card. We're not putting it on a club card. I'm talking about it as if it's a credit card. They do a credit card, club card, but just having a free club card, you buy your petrol at Tesco's, you put 50 quid in a week or whatever you put in, I don't know. That's £200, 200 points. That is the equivalent of like £2 back in vouchers, something like that. Anyway, Tesco club card, Nectar card for things like BP, Sainsbury's, even eBay, you get Nectar points. All those sorts of loyalty programs. These are things that people don't consider, but they can really add up and help you to maximise profit over the Q4 period. Then you want to sign up for the cashback sites and things like that, again, to maximise discounts. So you can like stack coupons and discounts and stuff like that. It's going to be extremely advantageous for you to do those things. So make sure you take a screenshot of those or make a note of all of those, because they're very important and will help you to make the most of those deals and things like that during the period. So next, you want to be a little bit more flexible on your sales ranks, but you still need to be smart about it. So for example, in toys, I personally go up to about 100,000 normally. That's like my average. Throughout a normal year, January, February, March, through to October, I'll go like 100,000. Toward the Christmas period, I'll be a little bit more flexible. Now, I recommend here that you say approximately 25% increase on your usual limits. I go a little more sometimes, but I've got 6 years experience in this, so unless you've got significant experience, you still need to be cautious, you still need to be careful. The last thing you want to do is buy a load of junk that you're stuck with for months and months and months, and you end up paying long-term storage fees on later on down the line. But you can be a little bit more flexible. But we're going to talk about the different sorts of products that I recommend you buy. I think it's on the next slide. Oh yes, just watch your quantities. So I say I will go up to 150,000 in toys during Q4, right? But I'm not buying 30 at 150,000 sales rank. I might buy 5 to 10, and even that is excessive. But if it's a product that I think is going to be popular or more likely to sell over the Christmas period, if it's online, I've got a little bit more. If it's an online deal, I've got a little bit more time to be able to go and do keeper research and look at the sales rank, how it drops or doesn't. But if I'm out and about doing retail arb, then I need to be a little bit more cautious on my quantities. So, but this is all a gamble, isn't it, guys? Like, being in business is about taking risks, but it's about taking calculated risks. Take the right risks, and you get the right rewards. So, like I said, if you're increasing your sales ranks, you need to be focusing on giftables generally. So we're talking toys and games, which is massive during Q4. You'll know because you'll have got an email if you've ever sold toys and games in the toys and games category before, saying that you either do or don't meet the criteria. If you sell via FBA, then you're fine, because Amazon are responsible for the delivery of your goods, the picking, packing, and posting to make sure people get them on time. But essentially, what they're doing is trying to protect their customers for people who do merchant fulfilled, who post their own orders, because they can't rely on the fact that they will be delivered on time. And obviously Christmas is that time of year when people need stuff by Christmas or before Christmas Day. Novelty products, so we're talking like, I don't know, you go into something like Hawkins Bazaar, those sorts of novelty stuff, they all tend to pick up in volume, in sales volume, around the Christmas time of year. Funny token gifts, similar type of thing. Collectibles. Now, I'm not talking like used He-Man figures or something like that. I'm talking about collectibles. If you're good to sell them Funko Pop vinyls, I know new sellers will be restricted on the majority of those, but things that would be collectible. So particular brands that people like, or merchandise for video games, or collectible, or movies, stuff like that. So things that people collect. If you know anyone who's a collector, have a little look at what they've got, ask to see their collection of things that they collect, or ask about what they collect, talk to people, find out information on what sorts of things people like, and think about like what you buy if you've got children yourself, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, cousins, like younger people or stuff like that. Think about the sorts of stuff that you buy. What do you buy for those people? And that's what you want to be focusing on selling. Games and activities for the family to play on Christmas Day. I do really, really well with this sort of stuff. So we're talking like board games, quiz stuff. If you're into the video game space, then PlayStation 2 consoles and Wii consoles. Wii consoles particularly, like I'll hoard Wii consoles all year round. For those of you that want to know, I won't pay any more than £10 for a Wii console. It needs to have all the cables and everything, the controllers and stuff with it, and Wii Sports, the disc. But anyway, that's just one little tip. I buy Wii consoles. They're fantastic because you got like the Wii Sports game. People love to like do bowling or I don't know whatever games they have on that Wii Sports disc. People love that. So games and activities for the family to play on Christmas Day and Christmas time. And if none of this really makes any sense, you can't fathom what the giftables and things like that are, just go to your local supermarket and look down the gift aisle, or Marks and Spencer's, or Boots, and have a look at the sort of stuff that they've got. Perfect gifts for him, perfect gifts for her, stuff like that. Those are the sorts of things, like they have got decades of data on that, so they don't just buy crap that nobody wants to buy to sell. They buy the right stuff. So learn from it. Go and have a look, and do a bit of market research, and then you can be buying that sort of stuff to sell. One thing, I see a lot of people not taking it seriously. I mean, not generally. I just mean like Christmas time. If you want to make some money, then you've got to take it seriously. You've got to start like, okay, I'm really going to start dialing this in. I'm going to start putting some time aside to source. Obviously, it's a special time of year that you want to be spending with your family and stuff like that nearer the time, but if you put in the work up front, really take it seriously, then you can cash in big time come Christmas. On that point of taking it seriously, if you start getting ungated for certain brands and categories and stuff like that now, then it can be much more useful for you, because it can take a little while to get ungated. Like I'm not going to go into how to do that now because it's quite a significant process, which is why I say you want to start doing it now, because I'm recording this video in September of 2019, so we're not quite in Q4 yet. So if you start getting, putting the wheels in motion to get ungated or unrestricted for certain brands and categories and stuff like that, then you're more likely to be able to source those products. And I think it's a good thing that they're closing down on these categories again for most, because it weeds out the people who are not serious about their business, and it creates less competition. So there's less competition for those of us that are ungated in those categories. If you're sitting there thinking that I'm sticking my finger up at the people who are not, that can't sell that stuff, that's not the case. It's just that you do have to jump through a few hoops, and if you think about it, if you manage to jump through those hoops successfully, then you're going to be at an advantage to those people who don't. So with regards to learning about how to get ungated and stuff like that for brands and categories, I recommend a course, Getting Ungated. There's a link for the course below this video, and I highly recommend taking that. It's not expensive to take the course, and it's, if you buy it and you get ungated for one popular brand or something like that, it's going to earn its money back very, very, very fast. I think it's like £150 or something like that to take the course. Anyway, well worth it in my opinion. I took it myself, and I've got ungated for 19, 20 brands since I got the course with just one simple trick. But anyway, I won't go into that because it's not what we're talking about here. Anyway, that's well worth doing. And lastly, use someone else's money. See, one of the main problems, I coach Amazon sellers and things like that, help people get started and what have you, and a lot of what people will say to me around this time of year is, I want to take advantage of this time of year and make some more money, but I can't afford. I haven't got my own money to put into it. I can't afford to buy extra stock. That is where credit cards come in. Now, fair warning, if you're terrible with money and you're not likely to pay it off when you get stuff on the credit card, then don't get a credit card. But if you can be smart, be careful, and pay your credit card off every month, then it's a great time to get like a £2,000 limit on a credit card or something like that, because the last thing that you want to happen is for there to be deals available but you can't afford to buy them. So here's what I do. I get a credit card, I increase my limits for this time of year, and I'll go out and I'll spend £2,000-3,000 on some stuff. Yes, I'm taking a big risk, but as long as you're buying it right, buying the right types of stuff, buying the right sales rank region and stuff like that, buy a mix of higher and lower sales rank stuff, so you've got something in between. So stuff that's low sales rank comes back quickly, you can pay the credit card off, because that's what I'll do. The first money that comes in, I clear the credit card. The rest that comes in is the cream. That's the profit on the top. Everything else after the credit card. So be smart about it. I personally use an American Express credit card because I collect the miles, the Avios points. My wife and I had a trip to Monaco earlier this year, no, not a week, 5 days I think in Monaco. It cost us £50. Flew business class, the whole lot. I don't say that to brag. I just say it to show you, tell you what's possible. So I used someone else's money to make money, and then I collected the rewards off the back of it. You can get cashback cards, or you can get a Tesco club card, credit card, so you get club card points whenever you spend money, even if it's not at Tesco, all that kind of stuff. So go and have a look out there and see what you can find for credit cards. But just be careful with them. I don't want to. I'm not recommending that you'll go out there and get yourself into debt and be silly. I'm recommending that you get a credit card and be smart with it and use someone else's money to make a load more money at Christmas. And last of all, reinvest. Once you start in October, you'll be making some sales. Things will start to pick up slowly in October, but like I said, they'll really kick off after Black Friday. Reinvest, get some more stock back in, and it's tough to know when to stop. I have to say, it really is. But after Christmas in January, you think a lot of children and a lot of even adults get Amazon gift cards, because some people just don't know what to buy people, so they buy them Amazon gift cards because you can get everything on Amazon. And the first week of January, you see a lot of sales for that type of stuff. There'll be like a lull. Christmas Day, everything quiets down. But Boxing Day, people are bored at the granddads or the grandmas, whatever, and they're sitting there ordering shit on Amazon. So, and they're using their Amazon vouchers. So reinvest in your business, reinvest in stock up until you are happy. You're not happy, but you know what I mean. You're content with what you've made. Perhaps like a week before Christmas, that's when you perhaps sort of cool it off and then start enjoying that time of year with your friends and family. So I hope you found this video useful, guys. Thanks very much for watching. If you did find it interesting, did find it useful, hit the like button below. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions or anything like that. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more like this. And I'll speak to you all guys again real soon in the next video.